So today we are covering an issue with the injector harness that lets oil creep into the ECU of the Defender. That is something that we really need to take care, something that we should check all the times if the oil is creeping into the ECU. I'm replacing my harness and I'm also trying to find solutions to fix this problem. So join me, let's learn something and let's see if the problem is solved. To start, let's remove the retainer here that holds the pressure tube. Let's pull the tube out. The injector harness needs to come out. To disconnect it, we need to first off take out the main plug from here. Main plug is out. As you can see here, this is the wires going in. One of the main causes of the oil leak that we have is oil getting inside there. We need to disconnect injector by injector. It's simple. I'm gonna take them out just for you guys to see it. You have here this metal piece that you press in and enables you to take out each plug. So let's take all the plugs out. Okay, you can push it from under. You pull it out, comes out like this. So all the harness is now out. So to prevent the oil creeping up to the ECU, the first thing you should check is always your plug. When I go with my finger and I see that I have a lot of oil, this needs to be cleaned regularly using contact cleaner to remove all the oil from the inside, and making sure that this plug is always clean and that the oil is not dripping down. So this is the main cause, the oil dripping inside the plug and going all the way to the ECU. So now let's check how is our ECU going. Under the passenger seat, you will have your ECU. By unplugging this red plug here, you'll be able to check if the oil is creeping up. I'm using this electrical grease that I always put here, but I can see the oil creeping up here. You have oil in the plug, so you need always to keep a look at this and try to have it as clean as possible. Let's do the same here. You see inside the plug, the oil all needs to be clean and maintained. This is a battery grease that's intended to use with electrical components. It lets the electricity pass, but it prevents the oil from creeping inside the ECU. I cover all my plug with this, and this at least it prevents the oil from creeping inside the ECU. And I keep a regular check of this. I have here a new wiring harness to connect, brand new. What I'm going to do is apply super glue all around this area here to see if the oil doesn't protrude out. So covering all the inside. I'm going to show you on the footage after. And also I will try, let me just see if I can take out this lid very gently. The lid comes out like this. I will try to isolate all of this here to see if the oil also doesn't go to the inside. First of all, I will try to fill in this with the super glue. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm pouring out the super glue. I'm trying to put it all around the area where the oil should be coming out. Try not to put it on the pins, that's very important. I covered all the inside with the super glue, and now I will leave it to dry. One more thing that I'm gonna try out is isolating all the parts on the inside so that the oil does not creep with this sealing compound, like a gasket maker, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna throw it all inside, and I'm gonna try to make a big isolation around all this area. I'm trying to do my best. I just put the lid back on here. I did some tweaking here to prevent the oil creeping. So first of all, it was inside. I covered all the inside with the super glue method so that the oil doesn't drip from the walls. And with the sealing gasket, I sealed all of this inside. So this at least will make the oil take much longer time to arrive on the plug. Let's see if this works out. Now what we need to do, connect the harness, the injector harness, in each plug, making sure they plug in correctly. And putting the plug right here where it fits. So one more trick, battery grease, highly conductive. I'm placing it also on the plug so that if any oil comes out, it will prevent the oil from going inside the wires. So I'm filling it. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna plug it in, and after some kilometers, I'm gonna do the review for you guys to see if the oil is starting to creep in or not, okay? Okay, plug is connected. Let's check that the gasket is well placed all around, especially in the back part. As you can see, I don't know if you are able, but here on the rear, let me point it out. Okay, you see here on the rear, this small circle, you need to make sure that is well attached and it's connected, not deformed. Thanks for watching. I hope the video was helpful.